Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be checking out the 4-3-3-4, which for me is a super fun formation. And for me, I've said it a couple of times, just in videos and passing vids, how good I think this formation is. It's just, if you're someone that doesn't really care about whether you win, whether you lose, if you just want to have fun, this for me is the formation I would recommend. It is such a fun formation, it's so attacking, and it's just a really good formation to use. So with no further questions, let's go straight into it. These are the tactics that I used. Now it's pretty standard, I use balanced on defense and offense. Now I've said in previous videos before, you can use a press if you want, if it suits your style of play. For me personally, I like to just play unbalanced. I'm not someone that really likes to play on a press because I feel like it pulls your team apart too much, and given the fact that this is quite an attacking formation in the first place, I don't think you need to make it any worse sort of defensively. So for me, balanced is the best way to go. Quick thing as well, the fact that we've got this set on the ultra attacking tactic doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's a D-pad tactic because the other ones are in use, so this is the only one I have free. So the fact that it's on ultra attacking makes no difference. Width wise, I've gone for 6. Now 6 kind of width for me, anywhere from 4 to 6 is kind of standard for me. I typically, on width wise, I play on 6. I don't like to play too wide, I don't like to play too narrow, just kind of pretty standard. You need a bit of width in your team, and it already is naturally quite a wide formation. The fact that we've got wingers anyway, so you don't need to make it any wider. Depth wise, I've gone for 5. Now again, depth is kind of the same as the width. I go anywhere from 4 to 6. For me, 5 is kind of comfortable. 6 sometimes in certain formations, like this is quite a offensive formation, so if I went on 6, it would make it really bad defensively, and it's already not a great formation defensively. So you could even try 4 because that might make it a little bit better defensively, but for me, I found 5 is a pretty good start for me. On the offensive style again, balance for me is the way I go. Sometimes I use long ball, but for me, I've kind of gone off using long ball recently, so I've kind of just stuck to using balanced. It just seems to work very well for me. Width wise on the offense, I've gone for it on 7. Again, I like to be a little bit wider on offense than on defense, but you could use it on 6. I'll just use it on 7 at the moment. Players in the box, I have gone for it on 6. Just again, a couple more players in the box for me. As I said, it's a formation that you want to make attacking. It's a formation that you want to have lots of fun with. This is the thing, six on the box is what I found has worked really well for me. You've got lots of players in the box, especially if you're someone that likes to cut the ball back, and just naturally you maybe get a couple of rebounds, get a couple of deflections, whatever. Just having more players in the box is going to give you more chance to score, but obviously on counter-attacks you're going to be left a little bit more open. So now going into the instructions. Now for me personally, I've gone forward to Stegen. I'm going to start on the goalkeepers. I've gone on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. Now not necessarily comes for crosses is not super important because that really only is relevant when it comes to corners. But sweeper keeper for me is a must when you play. A lot of people actually don't change their tactics on their goalkeeper, but sweeper keeper is something I use a lot. It just means that whenever people lob the ball over the top, you've always got, your keeper's always going to come out and just smash it. And sometimes it can save you a couple of goals, because if it's not someone that uses sweeper keeper, sometimes you might think, oh, why is my keeper not coming for that? If you use the Y button and charge the keeper out yourself, it takes a little bit longer. So sweeper keeper just means he's got a better starting position. Now going into the fullbacks. Now for me personally, stay back while attacking. Even if you're someone that likes to play on balanced, stay back while attacking is a must in this formation, especially because it's such an attacking formation already. You really need to play. If you play balanced on fullbacks, you're going to get slaughtered. As I said, it's the sort of formation that it's kind of a formation that if you want to go, I'm just going to outscore you, I think even so, you don't want to go too crazy. There's no need to go on balance. You've already got so many players going forward. So stay back while attacking just means that you've at least always got a solid foundation in defence. And yes, you don't have anybody in front to protect, but I think, stay back while attacking is a must. Overlap again is always a must for me because it keeps a little bit of width in your team. I don't really like using inverted. I just think everything becomes a little bit too cluttered. But stay back while attacking is a must. I didn't even try balance because I knew it wasn't going to work. So stay back while attacking is a must. Moving on to the 2 central midfielders. Now balanced attack is what we have gone with. Again, they're central midfielders, so we don't want to be telling them to get forwards. We don't want to be telling them to stay back because they're not CDM. So balanced is the way to play. Now, Petit and Alan are not the right players to play in this formation. They're just the players that I have in my formation that I normally use. But Petit and Alan, you know, if you have good box-to-box mids, like I've got Vidal, I've got Nainggolan's in form, so they're really good box-to-box midfielders. You know, maybe a Pogba, someone like that, are great players to have in this position if we're just talking gold cards. I've also gone for stay on edge of the box because, you know, moving further forwards, we do actually have our cam and our two wingers on get into the box, so we don't want to make the box too crowded. So I've gone for stay on edge of the box for the two midfielders, and of course gone cover centre because, you know, we don't need to cover the wings, because cover wing just means that you get blasted in the midfield, and it's already, because you don't have CDMs, when you're attacking you don't have that protection in front of your back four, so you do get opened up quite a lot on counter attacks. But the plus side is that you have so many players going forward that you create so many chances that it is impossible to not score goals with this formation. Now, moving on to the cam position. Now, the only thing we changed on the cam position was, as we talked about just now, was get into the box for crosses. And I actually used Neymar on free roam, and this was incredible. I've never used free roam before. I thought I'd give it a go and give it a try. And I think for this, you know, I don't know what it was about that, you know, using him on free roam, but it worked so well. I think it was just the fact that he popped up in so many key positions, and it just made such a massive difference. I always feel like I had Neymar was like helping everybody. He was helping Messi, he was helping Crespo, he was helping the midfielders, he was helping Mbappe. Like, he was all over the pitch, popping up in so many good positions. And I think free roam is something I might experiment with in a couple more formations. I think it works best in a one cam formation. I don't think it would work best in a multiple cam formation, but it worked so well. And Neymar created and scored so many goals. And I think that was all down to that free roam. Moving on to the two wingers, we've got the two wingers on comeback on defence. Now, this was primarily because I was struggling a little bit defensively. I was scoring bucket loads of goals. I was creating bucket loads of chances. As I said before, if you can't create chances with this set of tactics and instructions and this formation, you're not gonna, there's no other formation that you will be able to score goals easier with than this formation. This is the best attacking formation. So because of that, I needed a little bit more protection in defence because I felt that I was getting counter-attacked really easily. So I went on comeback on defence. Now, the only thing with comeback on defence is it only helps when you're not in possession. So if your opponent is attacking you, your fullbacks, your wingers then sit in front of your fullbacks. But if like you're attacking with your wingers, obviously, and you lose possession of the ball, obviously your wingers aren't going to be in, you know, in front of your fullbacks defending because you've just been on attack. So they're only going to be there when you're defending. But overall, I think that it worked very well. Getting behind, of course, and get into the box for crosses. I like to have get into the box for crosses because it means that, you know, if you do cutbacks, if you know playing around in and around the box, you're always going to have your wingers in the box, which is important because you can't just rely on your cam and your striker to score a goal. So your wingers then get involved and score goals. And then moving on to Crespo, I went stay central and get him behind. I didn't decide to go and get forwards, I think, because we've got Neymar on free roam. So I found that, you know, when Neymar was on free roam, he was able to link up really well, especially with Crespo. So I think if you had him on stay forwards, just that gap between your striker and Neymar would be too big. And I think because you've also got the fullbacks on comeback on defence, not the fullbacks, the wingers on comeback on defence, it doesn't make sense to have just one player on stay forward because he's just going to be up there on his own. So I decided to just go on basic. I didn't want to go and come back on defence for the striker. I never think that's really a good idea. It just makes your team too defensive. So I just went stay central and get him behind. And Crespo, man, as just a line on Crespo, he is an incredible striker. He scores so many goals. His finishing is incredible. But it's always important to have a good striker that can finish, but stay central and get him behind. It just is, for me, if you've got a quick pacey striker, it's the way to go for every formation. But that is it for the 4-3-3-4. Now, this formation for me, I've been using it in champs this weekend. I'm currently 10-0 with this formation. It is such a fun formation. You are going to concede a lot of chances because you don't have much protection in front of your back four. You are going to concede chances. Defensively, it's not a great formation, but offensively, this is the best formation in the game. Doesn't necessarily mean it is the best formation in the game, because the best formation would be something that can attack and defend. This formation can attack better than any other, but it just can't defend, which is why you don't see a lot of, you know, top level players playing it, because you don't really have any protection defensively. And a lot of top players like to play have a really strong defensive formation, and then they have the quality and ability to be able to attack. But offensively, this formation is incredible. These tactics and instructions work so well. It's something I always go back to when I use this formation, and I've loved using this formation. It's just so fun. You know, you get a lot of games that are like 6-4, 7-3. It's impossible to not have a goal fest of a game, and if that's what you want, you're looking for in FIFA, look no further than this tactics and instructions. But that is it for the video, guys. So if you do want to see more formation vids, as always, do drop a thumbs up on a video and hit that subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel, enjoying the content. That's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.